Hey guys, this is Spencer Campbell with EGM Now, and I'm sitting down with Emma Schaefer, who recently got to play some of Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. This is about 2 hours into the game right here. It's a level that takes place in Siberia, where you're sneaking through a camp.
Okay, and you're on your way to where exactly?
Right now, I think you heard about a prisoner who's contained somewhere, and you're on your way to go find the prisoner.
All right. Okay, so you're breaking open a box here, and I see it's talking about upgrading and stuff. Tell me a little bit about that.
Right, well, there's different materials around the world that you can collect that's salvage. You can see I just used this sort of like supervision technique that lets you see everything that you can interact with. So if you're solving a puzzle, you can see, oh, here's a thing that can be lit on fire. Here's a log. In this case, it showed off a bush. It showed off, some different things I could pick up off the ground. So that just shows you what you can do to interact. And here you can see there's wildlife, so I have my bow, and you can hunt, and once you kill animals, you can collect things from that too, like leather and different items that you can use to upgrade your equipment.
And so all of that carries over from mission to mission, and it's got kind of some open world style elements to it.
Definitely, like you can see here, I'm running and jumping and climbing, and these are the same controls that there were, and that there are just everywhere. It's not based on just mashing buttons anymore. There's always going to be the jump button. There's always going to be that button to ram your ice picks into a wall, and no matter what you're in, you just have to remember, I'm going to jump and I'm going to hit the wall.
Yeah, what you're talking about is in the first reboot that was made by Crystal Dynamics, is they had a lot of quick time events, and so that's kind of gone.
Right. There's still some that you can see, like if you're opening a door, it will say, oh, mash X to open this door, but usually it's not quite in the same fear for your life situations as it was before. If you make a jump here, then you just have to remember, oh, what's the button to jump? And you'll jump, and that's it.
All right. And I noticed earlier she was kind of grabbing herself. There's a lot of really cool contextual animations in this. You want to talk about that?
Oh, you're going to see a really good example here of QuickTime events coming up. So you'll see as I jump, there goes the whole wall, but it's not telling me press A to save yourself. It's just, you got to run, you got to jump. But
and it kind of gets you to the secret area, kind of rewarding you for
my mistake. Yeah. And there you see there she's mashing the button, and there gets the chest open, but it's not life or death. It's just a little interactive thing. But you can see, like you're talking about the cold, like you can see she's covered in snow. She shivered. She kind of grabbed herself when she fell down because she was cold. When she was in the water in an earlier level, she had all these nice little details, like she would reach up and fix her hair and sort of like wring the water out of her ponytail and check to make sure that her ponytail was still in place after falling. So things like that.
It's kind of stunning how like full this world is. There's so many things you can interact with.
Yeah, there's people, there's animals, you can climb up the towers, there's even signs all around, and you can read the signs and learn more about the base. And in this camp, I think everything is in Russian, so she's slowly learning Russian, and she'll run into things where if you've learned enough Russian just off the signs, then she can read that, and you get an extra bit of the backstory. And it's different languages for different areas. Like in the ruins, it'll be some ancient Hebrew or some other ancient forgotten language. So it changes depending on where you are.
That is so cool.
And so it's more open world too. The first game, it was all on an island, and here there's a couple different places. There's the desert, there's the snowy mountains here. There's a whole area of just climbing across the peaks, across the mountains earlier, and sneaking into camps.
Tell me about how it ties those together, like from section to section. Is it disjointed or?
It's a little bit, it's all in the story. Some of it is a flashback, and then some of it is real time. So she'll think back to her time, like there's a prologue where she's in the mountains and she's climbing through the mountains, and then she's kind of like, oh, how did I get here? What brought me to this point? And then you're back to the mountains and that sort of thing. But I really like that because she is leading expeditions here. The first game, it was kind of, she's lost and afraid, and she didn't want to get into that situation. She was just shipwrecked there. In this one, she's like, no, I am going to do this. I am leading this expedition, even if everybody else says it's too dangerous. This is what I'm going to do. She puts herself here. So it's not just her stuck, it's her pushing onwards. And she has the skills now, and she has the determination and the dedication.
So it's more agency as far as narrative agency, right?
Definitely.
Because that was a problem with the original. So we're about to enter into some combat. You wanna?
Oh yeah, this is pretty cool. So they've changed up the combat. You have options like I could just run away and not engage at all right here. There's a stealth option. I'm trying to do this here in the trees. I'm trying to get into stealth. I don't quite manage it for this round. So I end up going with my melee combat. So you see they saw me there. They didn't see me. I didn't manage to hide in time. But as I run around, then I see them approaching. I'm kind of like strafing around the trees to get away, and I decided I was going to go for my close quarters combat. So I've got my bow out, and I've got my ice picks. So here comes the first guy, and hitting him with the ice picks, and there he goes. And then going for the bow for the final kill.
And as you upgrade your weapons, what kind of what do you unlock?
There's kind of the general weapons that you might expect to see, like, faster fire, maybe like poison arrows, that kind of thing. And you can use some of that in different ways. Like there's a bear that you have to take down, and there's a few different ways you can take down the bear, and poison is definitely an option. Here you can see I do get into stealth here, so I can wait for them to walk by, and this guy I'm going to just snipe and take him out before they're too angry, before they notice me. There's also an option if you're just like, if there's one enemy alone, then it's pretty easy to take them out through stealth.
Yeah, that was something they were showcasing in the trailers as well that was really interesting, that you could approach the camps from basically any angle. Were there like multiple entry points and stuff too?
Yeah, and you can't see it in this level, but there are different tactics that they'll give you. Like it might give you a bottle on the ground, and you can throw the bottle and have it hit the far wall and get them to turn around and chase the bottle. Or there might be a lantern, and you could throw the lantern into their fire, and different things like that. But again, it's all optional. You don't have to do that. You can run in, you can melee, you can try and stay to the side and use the pistol like I'm using now. You can go in with the bow. You can just sneak around and not even fight at all if you are confident enough to stay in stealth the whole time and not get caught.
Yeah, that's something that I think is a huge improvement from the last game, is just allowing you to make choices, whereas in the other one, especially...
And you can see I'm looking through some of the weapon unlocks here, and because I've taken them down, I can use their campfire now, and the campfire system returns, so you can quick travel from the campfires, and when you rest there, you can upgrade your weapons and unlock your skills if you've unlocked anything. There's the salvage again. You can use the salvage to, maybe... If you get enough pistol parts, you can add an extra shot in, increase your ammo, or, increase the power of it again. But looking around the camp here, you can see it's really nice. You can see pretty far, and a lot of those areas you can get to, you can run to. And this is fun.
This is so cool.
This is pretty cool. This is the zip line. And at any point when you're ziplining, you can stop, and you can climb back up. And so you can use the zip lines two ways, basically. You can crawl back up the way you came. Or if you see, there's a ton of enemies down there, maybe I shouldn't get off the zip line.
Yeah, and it gives you
abort.
It gives you such a good view of how massive these levels are. It's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think that about does it. I think we're gonna close out now. Unless there's anything else you wanted to say.
Nope, I think that's about it.
When does this game come out?
It comes out on November 10th for Xbox One, and then for PC and PS4 a little later next year.
Okay, well, that's for EGM Now. I'm Spencer Campbell.
And I'm Emma Schaefer.
And if you want to get any news, reviews, previews, or anything about video games, go to egmnow.com.
All right, see y'all later.